Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I got you, son. Check.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
58 to Mike, 58. Man, Eddie. Pick it up. Switch.
On second down now, it's Bell. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Rush in. Lady.
On third down, here's Bell. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Hey, alert. Check 43. Slam.
Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. It's a big run that time by Bell. 46 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Danny. 25. Check 25. Yo, lady. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 58's the Mike. Hey, Haywood. Come on.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell, his fourth touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 7-0 game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first two selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the second round and got a really good one in Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. People kiss it on the ground.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Shoot! Watch the shoot! Now, lady.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
58, Mike. No, and 80. Check the hot read.
Back to the ground, this time to Bell. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. In on the stop, it was Trayvon Young.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, Charlie.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Yo. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 50. Hey, Delta. Check. Hey, 80. 24.
On second down, it's Freeman. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Darnold now to throw. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. You think about the two quarterbacks in this game with Darnold and Mayfield, and you think back to the 2018 draft. Gosh, leading up to that draft, the talk shows and all the rumors about who would go number 1. A lot of people thought it would be Sam Darnold going number 1 and playing for these Cleveland Browns. Josh Allen, Josh Rosen also in the mix. It turns out the Browns, they would get Baker Mayfield. I think both parties pretty happy with the end result. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now Bell. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
On second down, Freeman. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Devontae Freeman. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's hungry.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hurry!
They go play action. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Regular. Kill. 36. Up. 50 cents. Let's go, baby. Turn it over. Get that ball. Protein spill.
And Mayfield just getting the play off. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 40.
Watch the eye. Shit. Hey, lady. Shit. Switch. Young lady. Motion. Hey, zoom. Mike's 50. It's on.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a first down carry by Bell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Alert. 3 down. Check 24.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. And his pass incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. 20! And all the way in! Touchdown, New York! Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown here in this first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, on 133. Quickstone, travel. He's checking Crane. Check 99. Check 99. Hurry.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This time they stay on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got. Alert 3. Red 80. Alert 3. Wide. Get wide.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Check nickel.
From the 31, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 69 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Bell running on first down, but he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Alert, alert, alert. 6-6, pull it high.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30.
Check 53. Three ball. Spot. Run.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. Crunch.
They'll try the right side with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They run it again with Chubb. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with Rick Brum.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of...
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Now, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Hey, alert!
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Pilot, 64, big time drive. Let's go, boys, let's go.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Darnold. Gets it off to Freeman. Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Real tight. Watch the back, watch the red 80. Hey, Alpha.
Darnold from the gun. That's complete. It's Bell. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
180.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
for Nick Chubb. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On second down now. Hilliard, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
You got it. You got it.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. On the corner blitz that time, the sack goes to Denzel Ward.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
After the sack on first down, Darnold, and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Anderson Aho. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Mike, number 53, Mike 53. Got you, boy. Hurry, hurry. Check, 53's Mike. Check, 53. I got you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So now on comes the Browns offense as they'll try for 2 more.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Here we go.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll give this to Bell running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Again, it's Bell. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. On 3rd down, Bell. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now here we go on 4th. Darnold. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to win the football game.
Alert! Hurry! Hey, alert 33.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Bell. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Man, 80. 31. Bravo. What we got?
One last throw down for Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better be ready next time.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Browns, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
20-yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, there with the